All right, now we're going to storyboard the second video. We got the intro video done. Now we're going to storyboard the video for what is a font and why should I care. So I'm working off of the script that I read, and I've also got some slides, but this is going to look a little bit different probably than what I had put on these slides. I'm going to keep this video much simpler animation-wise compared to the first one, because obviously it took like, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours to make that 1 minute video, and it just isn't worth it. I spent a lot of time on that because it's kind of going to catch their eye. You know, they'll be able to trust whoever's making this course because it's kind of slick and well designed and things like that. But these, they won't be just, you know, slide by slide kind of animation. We'll add a little bit in there, but it won't be as flashy. So what are we doing? Font. It's talking about these words, font and typeface. So these are kind of the two main words that we want to look at to start. So overall style and variations on that style. And then we've got some examples here. So what I'm going to do is I've got a new page in Figma. So you can do pages, assets, and layers. I don't have any layers yet. I need to make a frame. I'm going to do the same presentation slide. I'm going to call this font and typeface because that'll be our first one. Now, I might stick with the same. I might want to change it a little bit. I was thinking about, I kind of like these kind of teal colors. I was thinking about keeping the same, whatchamacallit, background as the intro video, but I might want to change it. Something light, I think that my two options are light and dark. I like this for a presentation, but watching a video, I don't like watching dark videos with light text, so maybe not quite yet. I had kind of a cream color before. You could do something, this is kind of like dental a little bit. This looks a little bit nicer. We can also do a gradient. Linear gradient, where this one would be 100% instead of just whatever. We could do something like that. I don't know if this, it's kind of like a cloudy theme or a airy, ethereal theme. I don't know if that's really what I want to go for yet. It's not bad, it's nice. Let's see, our themes are font and typeface, aesthetics, structure, legibility. What if we just did white for now, or a light gray? Very, very light gray. Just to give a little something extra. What if we just started with that and kind of matter-of-factly. This first part's a little matter-of-fact, which is cool and fine for what we're doing. What the heck? What did I do there? Font. I used Bodoni before. Maybe I want to use Baskerville this time. Another nice old style font. Well, actually, Bodoni is modern, but Baskerville is a nice one. Or maybe, you know what? We could go with a sans serif now. I like Roboto. I like Lato. I like Railway. I like Railway quite a bit. Maybe that's the ticket. Let me look at Roboto. Yeah, do Railway. Railway So I learned in one of the courses I've taken on design is actually a display font, not for body text, even though it looks like it is because it's very kind of simple. But don't use it for your body text. Look at that. See, even if it's white, it kind of stands out a little bit. So it's nice to have a not harsh black and white all the time. Font. Okay, we got one little word here. Let's look it back. So what I want to do is font is a common term. The other word that's important to know is typeface. So I might have these right next to each other. So I'm going to go to the grid. When in doubt about where stuff is, go to the grid and do the same kind of thing, 12, 130 as I did before. This is do font and typeface. How do these look? How does it look if I turn off the grid? And all this stuff really doesn't matter all that much. Whoa. If I'm if I'm not working in After Effects yet, but it kind of does because you want to see where everything lines up before you make it. So I'm just going to kind of keep playing around here a little bit. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks pretty good. And a little gap in between. I think that looks all right for what we're starting with. I want to make these maybe bold. See if that... And what am I doing? What do I want to do here? And also, does that appear? And this appears like that. Another thing we can do, I'm really just messing around here, is this. Let's do this. I don't always like centering stuff, but sometimes it can't be helped. What's going on with these? Center. Oh, I'm just aligning. Wait. Put it in the middle of the page. You too. Is that right? I guess that's right. Is that really right? Yeah, I guess so. Okay. Fine. I don't like it though, so I'm going to do that. Now I'm like going crazy. Okay. Let's just do that for now. Fine. Now we'll do same font typeface. Typeface is overall style, variations on typeface. This is bold. Let's make it light. Control C, Control V. Bring it down. Shift. 55. Thank you, Figma. You're great. Overall style. Why does it look all off? Now it's good. Are you in the middle? No, there's the middle there. I don't know how to use Figma sometimes, you guys, so I apologize for that, but doesn't that look nice? And look at that nice lock on there. You know, I did all this And now I'm going to change it all again. But that's designing, you know? That's designing. Change your mind about stuff. I like left align, so that's what I'm going to do. Turn this on. Oops. Bring it over. Click it. Left align. Oh, you. Left align. Did it do it? Turn it off. Cool. It looks simple as heck, but simple is good. The only problem is when I'm talking about stuff, font is a common term. Whereas typeface, and then I go back to typeface and variations. So it'll go like 1, 2, 3, 4, which is kind of not good. We want it to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So maybe, oh golly, do like this, this. So now it'll go. Yeah, this is the tricky thing with this. You know, like I said, this looks incredibly simple, but you got to plan ahead for. Come on. Got to plan ahead for what you're doing in terms of the video. I think that looks okay. Typeface is a little bit high up. You know what we can do. You know what we can do. It's a video, it's moving. So what we can do is, doesn't have to, let's keep it like this. We'll go 1, the original one, just to show you what I'm thinking of. We'll go here, and then it'll come down to there whenever we say typeface. So I think that's what we're going with for the first slide. Let's duplicate that. We've got another one. Typeface, overall style, font variation on typeface. And then let's do, our next one is, we'll move, again, get font moving. Calistoga, Playfair, Montserrat. So we'll do like this. Move you up here. Line you up. Give me that grid. Gosh. Close enough, I think. Close enough, I think. Okay. Now, time to give some examples. Typefaces. I said Calistoga, Playfair, Montserrat. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm going to make these 78. And I'm going to make them what they are. Calistoga, Playfair, Montserrat, duplicate, drag it over, line it up, delete these, bring Montserrat up. What did I say? Normal, black, bold, italic, whatever. Thin, normal, okay. So So now I change these to these. Thin. That's very thin. I guess regular. I should, well, whatever. Fine. Black. Bold. Kind of out of order there, but looks cool. Italic. The grid's giving me crazy trouble today for some reason. Thinking about this stuff, I don't know why. Maybe I do. Ugh, stop. Maybe I drag this over. Maybe it moves a little bit too. Because I feel like I need more space for it to breathe, for font to breathe. Maybe not. It's always hard to decide. It's also hard because typeface is a longer word than font. What did I do in my... I gave it more space. I might just need to give it more space. It's too close. Here's what I'm looking at. Might just make these smaller. Let's see how it looks. That's 108. 108. These, it's good that they're all in one group. Let's make it a little bit smaller. These, a little bit smaller. Now, did that even make a difference? I think it did. No. Good enough for me for now. Another thing we could do is, let's just duplicate this. Let's do some better chunking here. And $138, okay. And let's just chunk it up to these two. Typeface, same spot where you were before, buddy. Ugh, I don't know if that'll work, but we'll be able to do it on we'll be able to do it in After Effects. Yeah, looks fine. I call this typefaces. Oh, and these are all, this is another weird thing. Another thing that makes it look weird. That's why. Lightened it a little bit. No, that looks better. That looks better. You, go bye-bye. I want to change this to typefaces. The name. And duplicate it. And I call this fonts. Fonts. Probably could have kept that other one, but I'm going to start fresh. Montserrat thin. Why so many thins? Because... oh, golly. I made a mistake. Made a big mistake. No. Leave. Be gone. The whole thing. Everything. Why can't I delete this full layer? Can I drag it to a trash can? Whatever. Okay, now it leaves. Thin. Regular. Black. Bold. Metallic. And that the problem is that the box. Okay. A lot of clicking. Sorry about that. Metallic. Okay. Now this looks cool. This looks cool. Got a nice header. Nice body. This looks all right. So we'll just transition that way. This is looking good. Now, next part. We're splitting hairs. We got some questions. Here, transitions I'm going to try to keep very minimal. Why should you care is the next part. It's like this. This is a distinct thing for Railway, is the W's, I think, are really unique. Do I like that? 2 lines? Should I? Maybe not. Maybe, yeah, that's fine. Why should I care? Yeah, cool. Now, I've got some questions. Do you choose different fonts? Why? Do you use the default? Why are those the defaults? Regular. Bring it down. Now this is, whoa. Look at Railway. Why does it do these 2 Fs? That's very interesting. I've been liking Railway. Oh gosh. For these, and it's been bold. It's tough to choose. These, now we have some questions that are a little bit more more reading, and Railway is not a good reading font. Roboto is fine. What we can do is, we don't need the words for this. Why should I care? This, I could just be talking over, so we don't need a new slide for everything. Why should you care about typeface and font in the first place? Here are a few questions I want you to think about. Maybe as they're thinking, they don't want stuff on the screen as it's going. We'll see how it goes. I might change some of this stuff. But maybe we don't need a new slide for all this stuff. Here we do. Aesthetics, structure, and legibility. Let's do that. This could be kind of cool. Let's do this. And delete that. I'm going to redo this. This might be a little bit fancy to do in After Effects, but we can do one fancy animation. Why I care, and I want to do Roboto, which is very similar to Railway, but make it light. So aesthetics. structure, legibility. So 3 reasons. Oh, I know what we could do. Okay. Boom. 78. These are our numbers. These are our numbers. Do I want to do like that or like that? Let me look at my grid. Boom. Why should I care? Why you should care? That goes on the next line. What do we think about this? Bring it down. Bring it up. Get that nice weight. Do I like that? Kind of don't like the care all by itself. I think that's okay. Got some nice gray space over here, or white space, light gray space. Yeah, let's do that for now. So this is the first part, and like I said, there's not going to be as many crazy animations. It's all text kind of popping up, fading in and fading out. Well, probably not fading in and fading out, but coming in and coming out, moving around. So there we go. Now what we're going to do is... see, I'm still not great with the grid here, but let's do another D, and I want to move this around. Yeah, I can do that. If I do D, oh, why does that go over there? Okay. D, yeah, there we go. Okay, now, let's bring this back. First one is aesthetics. And now we're going to do something a little bit more fun. Delete that. What we're going to do is make a background. And to do that, let's look at what we're doing. First is aesthetics. Even for the most cut and dry subjects, aesthetics matter. You might think the machine is straightforward as an ATM, wouldn't need an aesthetic pleasing interface, but actually, a study showed that. Okay. Let's do this. I want to make this aesthetically pleasing. A nice dark red font. It's going to fade into that. Aesthetics matter. Actually, I had it before green. And ATMs are all about green. So maybe we can do that. Let's just do that. Start green. Very dark. And we're going to make this, I think this was Baskerville. Yes. Make it Baskerville. Is that Libra Baskerville? That's the one? Okay. And I like that. So line it up. Always good to line it up. Just so you can see. So we'll fade from gray to this light gray, fade to this dark green. And then what we're going to do is talk about ATMs. exciting. Here's how I'm going to get an ATM. I'm going to go to Pixels, and I'm going to type in ATM. And it's talking about this could be perfect first hit. Or this one. Could pick this one. Oh, someone's home. So I might stop in a little bit. Okay, I got that ATM. Let's bring this in to Figma. Figma is awesome because it never reduces the size. It reduces the size a lot. It doesn't reduce the aspect ratio. You don't get too thin or too fat or whatever, too narrow or whatever it is. But you do need to be careful to put this on the right place. Okay. That looks pretty cool. The ridges made it look like it was like pixelated or something, but it's actually a high quality photo. I like this. Let's just look at our grid just to see. I think that lines up pretty well. I'm just curious. Yeah, that works really well for what we're doing. Okay. Oh, and the green of this matches the green of that. Oh, it's so beautiful. So we'll have this, and then ATM. I'm talking about the ATM example. And then we'll duplicate that. Now, I'm going to get some of this stuff, these quotes. Okay. Now, I'm going to hide this. No? Yes. This will get blurred somehow. Not drop shadow. I think there's a way to blur it. Oh yeah, I click on this. What are the effects? Oh, it's not in there. I swear. There's a way to... Oh, gosh. Layer blur. Then we can bring this up. And we can really blur it a lot. And then we can also do an saturation. Bring it down a lot. And then over it a rectangle. And make it 30. And the color is this color. Except that made it... Oh gosh. I don't know what's going on now. Oh, go to 30. There. It looks a little weird though, doesn't it? Could do... No, and then it's way too much. 50, 60. Maybe. Kind of looks a little like the Hulk or slime or something like that. Maybe what we could also do with this image is darken it. Yeah. Something like that. I don't know. We'll play with it. Yeah, we'll have to play with it. But anyway, let's do a quote. I like Montserrat. I don't want to play around with too many fonts, but we have started with Montserrat for our body text. And it is cool to see a lot of different fonts or typefaces, because this is a typeface course. Montserrat. Thin. Or light. Let's do light. And let's do just 64. Cool. Does this look cool now? Or weird? I think it looks kind of cool, actually. Pull up my grid. Wow. Bring it over. Okay. Looks horrible with that grid on it, but okay. You know, I kind of like it. It does look a little slimy, but I like slime every once in a while. All right, I'm going to take a little break, but we got a good start here with this one. We got aesthetics in the first part, so we're good. All right, it's been just a couple seconds for you, but a couple days for me, so I'm getting back into Figma to design this video about what is typography and why you should care. So we did the aesthetics part, and I think this will be the end of that section. So aesthetics matter, main idea, image, and then the quotes about this, the research. Turn off that grid so we can see it a little clearer. Okay. So I like that. It's got that green theme. I'm going to duplicate this. Our next point is, drag it down here. We can line it up nicely. I love Figma for this. Even with the artboards, it lines up everything perfectly. So we're going to call this one structure. That's our next section. And I'm just going to write structure. I've also got my script open over here, so I'm still looking at this. Let me space this a little bit so we can see it. So I'm looking at my Google document here. I see the next part is structure. The next thing typography can help with is structure, and then I've got an example here. Look at this page, not the content, just the structure. Okay, so first I'm going to get the title, and let me pull it back. Originally, I had this one. Let's look at, and this is my presentation that I had designed before. Roboto and Lato, which are actually pretty similar, but maybe we can see what we can do. Let's start with that and then play around with it. So this was, what did I just say, Roboto and bold. Yeah, it already is bold. We'll do that, and then we'll do the background was a dark gray. So I like this white on a dark color. Let's make sure you can see that it's gray instead of just black. I do like this one. I don't know. The aesthetics looks the serifs and Baskerville looks more fancy, not too much, but a little bit. And then this looks a little bit more solid and structural. So I'm kind of picking typefaces based on what they represent or what's said. Not Slabo. We've got some slab fonts that we can use that I also think of when I think about structure. Let's actually go into Google Fonts. And let's search slab, a slab font. So we have Roboto slab as well, an alpha slab. These kind of look construction-y, structure-y, something like that. Heptaslab I like too. Maybe we'll try alpha and we can try rubato slab. Why not? Did I have that one? Slab. Yeah. Maybe I like that a little bit more. Let's try that. And let's see. What were my typeface or fonts? 138, and this is 138 as well, but it looks a little small. Let's just bump it up a little bit. Whenever you work with this kind of stuff, it's funny because I'm like, that's how you spell structure? There's so many T's and R's in there. But it's right. I'll turn this on. Okay, so it's still lined up. I'm just checking my grid. That looks good. In the presentation I had, each of these just had one slide, but since we're doing a video, we get a little bit more space and time to play with. So I'm going to do something a little bit different. And I've actually got an example. So, structure example. Let's take a look. This is what I came up with. This is from Wikipedia. And I just kind of reused some of their stuff, edited a little bit. I might just... This is my original idea with 3, but... what do I want to do here? My idea originally was to copy this whole page. Maybe I can still do that. It's a little small. It's a little bit small. I went to... oops, shoot. This is not Figma. It's a document. Let me explain what I'm looking at. I want to get this text with headers, just the structure. We're looking at structure, obviously. So what I might do is take a screenshot of this, but I could also just use the text. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll copy this. Heck, let's just copy all of this. We can edit it in Figma. Control C, bring it over. I don't like, the problem here is I don't like all of this on a dark background. If there's a lot of reading, I like kind of black on white just to see just the structure, just the like most basic text stuff. So maybe I'll delete this and I'll do a box, text box, and I'll make this Times New Roman, which is what it was, and 12-point font, the classic. Paste all that. Now it's super tiny. Wow, super tiny. I don't want this bold, I want it regular. Left justified is great. And I need to make this bigger. My fill is good there. And there should be a way, maybe there's not, but I hope there's a way to fill the text box. I'm sure there is. But this is the fill of the font. But of the text box itself, I don't see how to do that. And that's okay. Let me make this big, first of all. A little too big. A little too small. Just right. Just right enough, I guess. Let's click out. Drag this down a little bit. Let's use our, we've got them. Let's use our grid. This is super hard to see, even if you might not even be able to see this, but that's okay. What I'm gonna do is line it up with the grid. And now we're about to see it in 1 second here. Just gonna draw a shape and make this white. Let's make it just completely white. It's on top of my text, so I'm gonna drag it down And what do I want to do? Do I want to line it up here like this with some space. There. That looks pretty good. And this is fine because this is just a structure. Normally this would be kind of too small to read, but this is a structure example. They don't need to read every single word. They just need to see the structure, and this should be fine to see that. Zoom out. This is what it looks like, a page structure, and it's still got the consistent theme of the gray back there. Structure example 1. Let's see if Figma can make some duplicates. 2, beautiful, and 3, nice. So now what I'm going to do is change this one, my first example, to Ariel. And wow, look at that. This is what I'm going to show in the video, is a little change, even just in the typeface, not even the font. We're not making it bold. We're not making a different size. Just the typeface. Then that looks better than that. We see some structure already. And then, of course, if we go to our last one, this is where we show that we can do Ariel. And there's probably a better way to do this. Can I do this? No. No. Okay. I'll quit trying to look for hotkeys. I should have done it this other way though. Ariel. And now I want to go bold and a little bit bigger. That looks great. Bold. Next size up. I can resize these with my arrows like I've said before, but I'm just clicking for now. Okay. Let's turn on our grid just to make sure. I saw some motion there. But not outside of the grid, which is great. Okay. Now, we've got our 3 examples that we'll just click, through as it moved by it moved the paragraphs a little bit, but that's fine. And even from this far out, you can kind of see the structure getting improved. So that's our example. Let me see if there's anything else. Yeah, I think that's kind of it. This will be a nice example, and this might be just, even though I made 3 different pages, I might just be changing. I probably will just change the headings through an animation or something like that in the video. Okay, so nice. We got this very, very light gray, dark green, dark gray, aesthetic structure. Now we've got one more. Again, I love Figma. Line it all up nice. There we go. And last one is legibility. And again, I'm looking off these slides that I've already created. So I'm like double storyboarding everything for my presentation slides. So that's what I'm looking off of, legibility. And it's also going to be a little bit different than what I had here, but I'll keep some of the ideas because I did fine in that presentation. I want to keep some of it. What am I doing? That's the name of the font, not my title. Legibility, Calistoga is my font. Let's change this. Make it a nice dark blue. That looks pretty good. I like that one. Now what we can do for legibility, my example here, I look at my script. I did light gray for my example, and I like this one a lot. I'll keep the fonts and the spacing and all that stuff, but I will keep the blue background as well. So what I'm gonna do is make this small. Say look, and let's call this 32. Way too small. 40. Still too small. 64. That looks about right. Drag this one down. I'm holding Shift. Drag it down. I'm gonna Control D. Drag this one up. Change this one to, what was my one? Lato. So again, just looking off of my presentation that I already have. Some of these ideas are already set up, so don't need to reinvent the wheel. Drag these. They're in line with my, my grid. This looks pretty good. Maybe bring it up a little bit. That looks pretty good. Because what we're gonna do, you'll see in the video, next video, After Effects, if we do that, if you watch that one. But here's my example. Let's move the view to 100. I keep doing all this stuff, or no, let's do, sorry. Fit, zoom to fit. That's everything. The zoom stuff I need to look at in Figma. Best way to do it. But anyway, where does your attention go first? There's this thin one, kind of plain, but oh, this one's got some serifs. It's chunky, it's funky, it's cool. I'm gonna look there. Even though this one's on top, my eyes kind of go there first. Now, we'll duplicate this, and then the next piece is which one is easier to read between the two. So I'm gonna copy from, again, I'm looking at my other monitor, I'm copying from stuff that I've already done. And oh my gosh, look at that. I can do this. Can I do it? No, I probably can't do it. So what we're gonna do is Control Z. I'm not gonna do that. I can drag this bounding box here and here so that it hopefully doesn't do that. And I Control V. Let's turn on our grid. I keep turning it on and off, but so I like to work it, even if it's just a little bit. It distracts me sometimes. So we've got that. We've got the next one coming in for this other look. Drag it to there. Nice. Double click or triple or quadruple click, as I like to do. And it's a little bit low, my examples. So I'm going to drag them up. I think that looks good. We're within our grids. Could use a little bit more spacing. We could do, highlight both of these, and we can distribute vertical spacing. Did that do anything? There's the tidy up option, I know is good too. What I'm looking at is the space between here and space between here. I think that looks okay. It doesn't have to be exact. It's kind of by eye with some of this stuff. Kind of like that one the best. What I'm going to do is duplicate this now because I moved stuff around. Should have done this a little bit backwards from the beginning, but it is what it is. Select these two artboards. I think I know they're called artboards in Illustrator, but in Figma I don't know what the exact term is. Did that move everything? No, not exactly. There we go. I like it all aligned. Let's name these while we're at it. Legibility example 1. Copy. Paste. 2. Now, we can just click in there a bunch of times. Delete that. I know I'm zoomed out. You guys probably can't see it too well, but it's faster for me to work that way. Okay. Good. This looks good. That, and then paragraphs to show the difference there. And then make them work together. Excuse me. Let's work together. Now this will be my title. Drag it up. This one, drag it down. And this one's gonna be, yeah, like that. Something like that. I'll take my text, body text from the other presentation. Should still be aligned here. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Again, I always just like to turn this off so I don't see any lines. Let's work together. Sounds great. I love teamwork. A little bit of spacing, but not as much as between there. Do I want to move this down? A little bit more. Okay, and again, spacing will change when we go into After Effects, but that's what it is. Now, that looks pretty cool. Those are my examples for each. I'm going to look back at my document and script. Okay. All right. Last using care is legibility. The main purpose is to be read. 2 kinds of reading. And we covered all this. Every typeface is designed with a purpose. Excuse me. So we kind of got storyboard 1, 2, 3, 4, all laid out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we need one more row. So that's an overview about why I care about typeface and fonts. And by now I hope you do too. We can just duplicate this one again. And I don't need to. I can just remember that I should use that in the video, but it'll help me remember by looking at this. Line it up, why not? Okay, I think we're done storyboarding this video. It's a simple one, but I love this structure. Light gray, dark green, dark gray, dark blue, and then back to the beginning. Remember, balance. Every good movie, usually a good story, has a similar beginning and end. So I try to make my videos like that too. So I think that's it. I think it's time to get into After Effects and make this thing. So see you next time.